Hi, y'all. It's kind of a dreary day, and I got a few things to show you. A lot of people have said that the bottom of their cups are just awesome. Well, if you like what's in the bottom of your cup, save it as a skin. That's the bottom of one of my cups from last week. This one I spilt a little white paint on while I was still doing my painting. But you should be able to see it pretty good. Here's another one. Well, these I really liked. Just save your cup, let it dry, and cut it out. And those I think are really cool. I want to show you another thing. This used to be my tattoo flash book. I drew my own flash at my shop when I wasn't busy. And I actually sold it. I did piercings. I can't get rid of it. But I'm saving my skins in this book with these plastic sleeves. And it doesn't stick to these paper, and it doesn't stick to the plastic. Because I've noticed that if a skin stays out very long, it becomes real brittle and will break. So I can go back through this book and see what all my skins look like. You know, if I happen to just like one little section, I'll keep the whole thing. But see, there's some of that breaking I was talking about, where it cracks. And I just played around with those, whatever was in the bottom. But this is an easy way to store it. I got a bunch of empty ones. That's my latest. Yeah, this is my latest skin. Here the freezer paper's still on. But that's the way I'm doing it. And every once in a while I'll go through it. But see this? I bet you see how it just cracked right off? It gets too hard and it's brittle. Anyway. Okay, another thing. I took apart my hair coloring kit and of course dumped the peroxide out, and I think I got a perfect thing to push a technique that I saw Annemarie R do the other day, where she made a pour and she pushed her base coat up under the pour all the way around it, and it just turned out really super nice. So that's what I'm going to try to do today, except I'm using a brown base. It's called Espresso from I just went brain dead. Darcy Paints. This has no silicone in it at all. But I do believe the brown that I have in the squeeze bottle does. This canvas isn't exactly straight. And I didn't put a whole lot of paint on, so I should have had more paint. Using this popsicle stick, which isn't such a hot idea anymore. And what the technique is pushing base color up under your pour. This is not going fast enough. Okay, it's too thin. It's not spreading properly. Well, that was another country being heard. I think it's the canvas. I don't think it's stretched properly. Tight enough. I really didn't think it was going to take this long just to do the background. Made it a little thinner because of how dry my house is with the heater. And I had to keep the house a little warmer than normal because of my birds. I just figured out how to get a bigger screen on my videos without the border. Well, that's only taken a year. Look how long this video is already. And I'm not even finished with the background. I don't have a program that I can clip out or even fast forward. Being on Social Security, I'm lucky to buy paints and Floetrol and Elmer's glue and canvases. So paying for a video editing program is way out of my budget. This is a 10 by 10 canvas. Okay. Now this is going to be pretty fast, I think. I'm hoping this part will go faster. I'd rather put them over there. Okay, we're going to start with neon blue. She only used 1 cup. I don't know why I put 3 out. Maybe I thought I was going to do a string pour. That's right. Take the lid off and then shake it. I've got 2 colors that are exactly the same. And I'm going to throw some green in here. Lots of bubbles. Tiny bubbles. I'm going to throw some of this. It's got the dimethicone in it. And fill this bottle up. But I believe that's got silicone. This doesn't. That's the color I used. The other ones I've mixed. Okay. For the heck of it, I'm going to pull some more dimethicone. True Feel. Or you should have done it in layers, but I'm not getting paid by YouTube to really think that hard. Well, that's better than I normally do. I think I'm just a little too slow at it. That was dimethicone I put into the squeeze bottle. Okay. Let's see how this is going to work. Let's see, that would have made a nice skin if I had not punched holes in it. Oh, I really like this. For the most part, my cells are staying intact. Okay. Now let's try pushing. That was where I stuck my finger to hold the canvas. I don't do the push pins. Not because I'm lazy, but I don't have the strength to push them in And if I use the hammer, then I have to use strength to get them out. So it's not a win-win deal for me. Maybe this background was too thin. I'm making the background worse. Because right now I got cups under. Okay. Now, I'm going to torch it. Wish that was more dispersed. But you can't always get what you want. I'm getting a little bit of cell action. That was the torch that I shoplifted. And then had to go back and pay for it. If it wasn't for Keno gambling at the smoke shop, I wouldn't have had a problem. I would have grabbed it, paid for it, and been out the door. Grabbing it, sitting at the Keno table, was my problem. Okay, the two browns are slightly different. It's giving a completely different effect. Because what I just shot down underneath the pour was cinnamon brown. But it's giving like a halo effect. I shouldn't have had so much paint. We're just about done. There's just a few things I gotta take care of. And I'll use my stick. I'm trying to integrate the two browns because to me it's kind of dramatic, but I don't think it's going to dry that way. I think it's going to mix pretty good. Okay, well, I think that's about it. Next time, what I'll do, make a little thicker background paint. I want to kind of make it even over here compared to over here. Let me see with my sand down chopstick. I sanded both ends down. Let's try the thicker side. The blue over here is neon. And it's taken well to being moved around. I'm just trying to cover some of this up that I didn't like so well. Trying to get excess paint off. Make sure where I got my hands on it. I'm going to torch it one more time and see what we get. Probably nothing. But the video's running pretty long, so... The green never got any cells. I've still got touchy little areas that the canvas is wanting to come through. That was what makes me think it was just a little bit too thin. But I think I've got that covered now. Okay, thank you all for joining me. Please subscribe, like, and share. Help me to get this all rolling along pretty good. And I really do love you people. You are the greatest. You have turned out to be some of my best friends, because I live alone, and you know, once a kid leaves home, they're gone. They got their new family. Anyway, you all have a wonderful evening, and we'll talk to you next time. And the next time I do this, I'm going to use less in my flip cup. Okay, bye-bye for now.